Alright, let's get started. Wrong screen. welcome everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. Excuse if I'm a little red or anything like that. I was cycling not long ago and it just had a headwind, so I had to push into it. But I still got over 20 kilometers an hour, which I'm kind of happy with. So yeah, I can't complain about that at all. I'm looking at the stats. It did take me an hour and 25, which slightly longer than usual. But no, I'm quite happy. Still 28, nearly 29 kilometers. So that's, yeah. And I would have burnt 950 kilocalories. So yes, enough calories that I'll probably need to eat halfway through stream. All right, so we are continuing on where we left last time. So I'm just gonna stop this very quickly. We're gonna jump over here. We're gonna start this particular one. We're going to go over here. We're just gonna go log in. We're going to continue with this. So the idea being is we want to implement two-factor authentication. I believe in the last stream we essentially got the majority of issues, or hurdles I should say, because let's just admit it, they're hurdles. We jumped the last bit of hurdles, so I do believe we can use this particular package in NearBeach and hopefully implement two-factor authentication within NearBeach. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then yeah, I don't know if we can get it done in this particular stream. However, that being said, we can try. All right, and then worst case scenario, we do it in a different stream, and that's fine. They'll be fine. All right. I also, I've just suddenly forgot, I also have to write what we want to achieve this month. So, oh yeah, I've got the right screen open. Oops, Sorry, I've got my iPad as a video feedback sort of situation. And it said someone contacted me on Slack. Let's make sure I'm not... Alright, yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. Everything's set up. Ads will start very shortly, but that's perfectly fine. We can start with the blog. So I'm gonna go cancel because I prefer doing it this way. Goals. I keep forgetting what we should do for the SEO sort of stuff. Screenshots of NearBeach. Security is very important for us at NearBeach. We want to implement... I can't spell. Implement the best practices. Our goals for April are as follows. Okay, cool. Background image. Here are images. I need to upload more images for this. I've got a bunch on my phone, and I've got a bunch on Instagram and stuff like that that I should upload, and I should put these in both Square and 16:9. And we just hit the first stage of ads, so yeah, how's everyone doing? Hopefully you're doing well. For those wondering, we have started the discussion on the API. We've already come across one thing which we do want to change. I've just got to figure out if we can do it. I do believe we can. I believe it's just a URL matching sort of situation. So yeah, we've just got to do that. And once that's done, yeah, there hasn't been any more. There hasn't been any other input into it at the moment. With that, there will be a couple of changes and stuff like that. So we'll implement it, get some more feedback, and yeah, hope for the best. So yeah, scratching my neck. Okay, about 30 seconds left of the ads. For those on YouTube, we run ads every half an hour on Twitch, so people don't get pre-rolled ads. That's where you join like any channel on Twitch, and they just got ads straight away. We don't like it. People who watch our channel don't like it. So yeah, we just run these ads so you guys, so they don't get ads. Yeah, but you guys don't get ads anyway, so don't worry. Get to see me sitting here talking. All right, we should be back. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to quickly write the goals for NearBeach. And first, we're just going to have a look at the goals at the last month and double check to see if we've implemented them. Missed features. Yeah, we did do that. And we did do this one. Method, add the add object wizard, add filter to the add object wizard modal. I'm pretty sure we did this one. One way to test? Sorry, I've been cycling. Brain's a little, yes, brain's a little, yes. So this is currently when we link objects to another object, we could potentially have a lot of results. It would be nicer if we could example for the, yeah, all right, cool. So that will be this particular thing. So we pick project, and yeah, we have done that. So that needs to be that needs to be done, but we don't have an ID. I purposely probably left out the ID on this one. So yeah, hang on. Going back to the blog, we've done those. We need to still research the re-implementation of story points. And we still need to do the translation of that and the ongoing. All right, cool. So this development blog. Phase 0 for NearBeach's APIs have been completed. We are now requesting any feedback. This month we are focusing on security. So straight away we want the counter bugs. Then I'm gonna actually add in more blocks in this, because what I want to do is I want to have a little thing under here. So have a header and then have a status. However, we'll do that later. I want a rich text block. All right, great news. We have released phase 0 for the API. This means you will be able to use it for projects module within NearBeach. Alright, cool. Let's just give me a quick update for people. We are currently seeking feedback on how this API will work within NearBeach. Alright, I am going to do, I think I can improve this. So why, how, and what. So why, we want to improve the API, not feeling, user experience for all users. Keyboard sometimes. To do this, we are opening discussions with everyone about how they want to use it. I will rephrase that again. And Lamima. Sorry, I've been cycling. My brain's a little shot at the moment. Which one? Socks? We want socks. Yes, she is back, hopefully Friday. So, we're going to introduce Socks and Patty together. So if you don't know, I've adopted a stray cat who's 15 years old. To keep things simple, what we've done is Socks is at my partner's place at the moment, and she's just there for a little while. She's coming back tomorrow evening, and we're going to slowly introduce the cats together. It's going to be a daunting, long process, but the good news is, because Patty doesn't like this particular room, Socks can easily run into here and be like, alright, this is my safe spot. And considering he doesn't like the bedroom either, Socks can run into there and be like, yes, this is my bedroom. So yeah, she will be back. Are they a couple, Socks and Patty? No. No. Oh, yes. So Patty's a male, Socks is female. So I'm hoping that they get on well. Socks does famously get on better with male cats than female cats. So hopefully she will accept Patty. But it might be a few weeks of just pain. But then again, it looks like Patty only wants one little tiny section of the house. And I think Socks can give up that section of the house. She's hardly ever in that room anyway. So yeah, fingers crossed it goes all well. So yeah. And how are you going? Hopefully you're going well. Discussions on Discord with everyone. To do this, we're opening discussions on Discord with everyone to obtain your feedback. We currently have some feedback that we want to implement. Alright, so there's the how. And the what is, we are hoping this process will improve everyone's experience with NearBeach. Alright, cool. There we go. We got a female cat to our house, and we already had a male cat. He always wanted to do things and was a fight every day most of the time. Oh, fair enough. So when I first got Socks, I had Toby Trilet. This is years and years ago. Toby died 9 years ago. And Toby was quite a social cat. He would only hiss if he got hissed at. If no cat hissed at him, he'd be like, alright, cool, hi, I'm Toby. Anyway, Socks was hissing for a little while, and Toby just ignored her and stuff like that. And when she stopped hissing, he came up and said, yeah, come on. And anyway, they started playing together, started eating next to each other and stuff like that. Yeah. And then I looked after my friend's cat for 5 weeks, and for the 5 weeks, she wouldn't stop hissing at him. Alright, I'm just going to save. because we've just done an update about the implementation of the API. The MISC features we've done. All right, we're still going to copy the research and stuff like that and that, but first I want to stay. I just said save. All right. We want to talk about two-factor authentication. All right, sweet. So we've got a why, how, and what. Security of an application is extremely important. No one likes it when their accounts been working to no matter how hard they try to be secure. All right. To help users of NearBeach stay as secure as possible, we are implementing two-factor authentication, 2FA. All right, and then we just need the what. 2FA requires the user to either connect I'm trying to think of the proper words. 2FA requires the user to enter an extra code / pass to log in to NearBeach. The user will receive this code either through email or an authentication app like Google Authentication. Actually, what are they calling it? Google Authenticator? Let's double check. Authenticator. And we will be testing other authenticator apps and so forth like that going forward with this. So we will be like, all right, we've tested Google, we'll test Microsoft. If someone else has another app, I don't actually have any other authenticator apps. I've only got the Microsoft Authenticator and the Google Authenticator. So yeah, if other people would like us to implement another app, we're fine. The YubiKeys will be happy to support them, but I'll need to get a YubiKey to actually test. So yeah. Alright, so 2FA requires the user to enter an extra code pass to log into NearBeach. The user will receive this code either through email or Google Authenticator. I am misspelling a lot today, so bear with me. Alright, cool. This will stop you anyone who has the username and password but not access to the code / pass will not be able to log to NearBeach. And thus, hopefully, keeping the account hopefully keeping the account safe. Alright, let's just do this. Alright, 2 two-factor authentication. This is what we want to actually sort of tackle this month. I don't think this will take that much longer. We'll go back to the API because we do want to continue with the API. Yeah, so I'll just go update with this. Go back to the API. During the month of April, we will be implementing these requested changes and deploying the phase 1 of the API. Phase 1 will include the following modules. So we're done projects. It will then be, sorry, do I have NearBeach open? Yes, I do. The next phase will quite literally be the Kanban board, new project, Kanban board, project requirement, task, and new request for change. I can close that. I can close that. So Kanban board, requirement, task, and request for change. I guess organizations of the customers can be done. In this as well. Shouldn't be, famous last words, shouldn't be too hard to implement because that's just getting data, and they're actually very, very simple. In the whole scheme of things, they are extremely simple compared to everything else. They're just a form, and there's just data. All right. So that's phase 1. During the month of April, we'll be implementing these request changes and deploying the phase 1 of the API. The phase 1 will include the following modules. Okay. During the month of May, we will be focusing on phase 2 of the API, which will involve the child modules of the above modules. Actually, we'll involve the child modules, and then we'll go like this, and then we'll go Kanban cards, requirement items, change tasks, and change tasks. Now, sprints. Sprints will have to be up here too. Cool. And I think that's enough that we need to talk about with the APIs. So I'm just going to update that. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go save and preview. We're going to read it through. So we've got our counter bugs. Yeah, it's got the counter bugs. Ooh. I haven't added everything in yet. So, API phase 0 update. We'll go through great news. I'm actually going to put in a yeah, stay. Yeah, that's better. So during the month of April, we'll be implementing these requested changes and deploying out phase 1 of the API. Phase 1 will include the following modules, and then we've got all of those. During the month of May, we'll be focusing on phase 2 of the API, which will involve these modules. All right, cool. Hopefully, touch wood, if the API delivery is a lot quicker than I thought, we will be doing phase 2 in April also. Yeah, and then we'll be moving forward with everything. And yeah. And good morning, Aiden. How are you going? How's university? Yeah, evening in my case. Yes, it says the sun's just about to set. Hang on. Sunset today. Actually, it's just set. So yeah, which is sad. It means if I ride into work tomorrow and ride back home, it'll be pretty much dark the instant I get home. And the next week, daylight saving ends, so it's gonna be yeah. Alright, so we've got that. Two-factor authentication and security is very extremely important. No one likes it when the cats. Yeah, alright, cool. I like that. It's short, it's sweet. We're getting straight to the point. I am gonna copy this. Going back into here, we're going to stay on here. We're going to open up another rich text block. We're going to just paste it all in because it should be all perfectly fine. I'm just going to update. I'm going to add in the last rich text block. And then I wish I did more of these. I really do need to. Once we move on to 032, we'll be doing a lot of these. So yeah. And then save and publish. Uni going good? Oh, that's great to hear. I say as I frantically prepare to hand everything by the 1st of May. Fair enough. Well, you got 4 weeks. So hopefully everything goes well. Then I'm done for the academic year. Nice. That's awesome to hear. So that means May, June. I don't know if you go back in July, but that's a decent amount of time off. I'm assuming you'll be working during that time or building something. All right, let's go to the blogs. Yeah, I need more images. I mean, I take enough photos I can. Like, what? Boo, I shouldn't exist. I probably don't have it on public. Alright. Yeah, I've got plenty of images. That's right. Hell, I can take some of these. I think that will be interesting. I like this one. Alright, yeah. Alright, I am getting distracted. And these are my sunflowers. They're dead because they're like that in January. They don't last long. Sadly. Yeah, I will be planting them a lot more. So I also gave a lot of seeds to my sister's boyfriend. So hopefully he also grows a bunch too. I tried to find a job, but there is nothing going in my area right now. So I applied to volunteer at the British Heart Foundation for a couple of days a week until I find something which is paid. Fair enough, fair enough. Also build something. I would seriously build something. Alright, so we've just done that. Just had a look at this. I'm happy with this. Ooh, I've got to fix that very, very quickly. Source. Yeah. I do this every month. And I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, save and publish, that's fine. No one saw it but me. Okay, B-Sky. My friend and I plan to build a couple mobile. Ooh, alright, cool. Go ahead, do it. Can I pry what type of mobile apps, or are you keeping it hush-hush? And it's fine if you want to keep it hush-hush, that's perfectly fine. I fully understand. Sorry, I'm just quickly posting these. Easy done. Okay, cool. So let's get into it. Let's start doing this API stuff. So I'm going to jump over. All right, cool. We've got this started. I'm just going to go to localhost. I'm going to log out. We were going to work on a game for text messages because on iMessage on iPhone you can make it interactive with people, so we're planning to test it and make a chess game and then adding it to it. Oh, nice. Oh, that'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, I don't have an iPhone. I have an iPad, but yeah, I won't be able to test it for you unless I... Do you get iMessage on iPad? No, possibly. Alright, cool. I've just never used it. And on Mac. Ah, I definitely have a Mac. Yeah, because I don't have an iPhone, I've just never used it. But if you need someone to test it, I'm bad at chess though. Alright, if you want an easy win. Alright, so we want to replace this particular screen, which is going to be good. If I cancel this one, if I'm just going to jump into here, I'm going to go... Alright, we've got the Python 3 manage run server 127000. I'm going to do 8080. Oh. Oh, it's not allowed. Alright, allowed hosts. Yeah, alright. Not a problem. You say you're bad at chess. Have you seen me play? Yeah, fair enough. I haven't. Alright, I am going to cheat. I'm going to go up here, allowed hosts. I'm just doing that. I'm being a very, there we go, very naughty person. Okay, when that ad break starts, I'm going to quickly grab some water. I am thirsty as hell. So, last stream, we implemented on a new, fresh instance of Django a 2FA. It wasn't too bad to implement, so we're going to sort of do the same thing on NearBeach. It's going to hijack the login page, which is what we want. However, we kind of want Alright, cool. The ad breaks have started mid-sentence. As always, I'm going to grab a drink of water because I've been cycling a lot. And I'll be back. Oh. I'm back. I'm just raising the desk. I think it's time. I've been sitting all day, so, 35 seconds left. Cool. I usually don't cycle just before streaming because I get very tired. However, I just need to get home. I didn't wake up early enough this morning, let's just say that. And I'll probably sleep in tomorrow. We're also planning some other apps to see what we liked. We liked Flutter and React Native and Swift UI. Oh, fair enough. Which is why I was wondering if NearBeach was adding OAuth. Yes, so we will be. We're just doing it in a stepping stone sort of manner. So we're implementing an AI and then we're seeing what we can do. And then as we're sort of implementing this, I've got to sit down and learn a lot of stuff about OAuth and how it works and how to really get it secure and stuff like that. So yeah, I bit off too much trying to implement it, let's just say that, and I didn't know how it sort of worked. Yeah. And thank you, yeah. Alright, so actually I want to go to the terminal. I want to cd sites NearBeach. I'm going to bring in the source just in case. I want to go git status. I want to git branch, git checkout main, git pull. I do know I did a pull request the other day. Oh, I've got to do Nocturnal's pull request. I didn't do it yesterday because I didn't have my laptop. Alright, I'll have to do that tonight. Git checkout develop, git merge main, git push. So yeah, that just fixes a few things. Easy done. And what I want to do is I want to go git flow feature start, and then we want to implement, I was almost about to type in API. I'm going to type in 2FA. All right, cool. So we've branched this out. Now, I did it again. Django 2FA. It was a Django 2FA auth. I speak from recent experience where teachers said they would help with auth and then told me they couldn't help since I was using Next.js and I was left puzzling out how I wanted to do it. Fair enough. This is why I like frameworks like Django, Laravel, .NET, and stuff like that, because a lot of the authentication is built in. So Django and Laravel, I do believe it is built in with Laravel. It has been a while, but I do believe it's built in. Django's built in. .NET, I think you can install something or it's built in. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't built a MVP. No, sorry, not MVP. MVC from scratch. I've always used Umbraco. But I was under the assumption that there is a library that you just add in and it just does it for you. That's why I considered Laravel. Yeah. Laravel is a great framework. in the end, I went with Python plus FastPay API since they have good docs with auths with JWTs. Ooh, fair enough, fair enough. And good documentation does carry a project. Something I have to do. All right, installation, setup. We're just going through this like so. So we're going to install Django two-factor authentication. We're going back over here. We're going to go pip install. We're just adding it in. Easy done. We need to put it in a couple of spots though. This is the one problem with NearBeach. We've got requirements in a couple of spots. Oh yeah, that's fine. Enjoy the look. So yeah. So we've installed that. We also need to install. The project uses Django phone number field, which uses either phone numbers or phone numbers lite to be installed. Either manually installed or supported version using pip. The exact size below. I'm not going to install it just yet. I want to see if I have a feeling I have to actually install it. That's the thing. All right. So I'm just going to stop this for a second. We're going to continue installing it. I'm not going to install that. If we come across a problem, I know what the problem is and I need to install it. So add the following installed apps. So we're just going to copy all of these into installed apps. That will be on the settings themselves. So we're just going to scroll all the way up. We're going to go all the way down. Now it doesn't say they've got it at the end of the file. So we're also going to put it at the end of the file. We need this, we need this, we need this. We want email capabilities, so we're just going to do it like that. We're two-factor, we don't want this. We're happy to support the YubiKey, but I need to buy one. I was so used to like Amazon just popping up, just typing that. Ooh, all right. Okay. At the moment, we won't quite support it, but that is something we can go ahead and support. I need to test it. And that's the thing. If I say I'm going to support something, I need to test it. Because if I don't test it and it doesn't work, it's my massive fuck up. And excuse the French, but yeah. Okay, not a problem. For the moment, we won't. We'll be honest about it, being like, listen, we will when I get one. So we're getting rid of the phone number. The reason why we're getting rid of the phone number is a lot of people can hijack a lot of those SMSs and stuff like that. So we're just going to go, no, that's too insecure nowadays. All right, so the Django one-time password middleware, make sure it comes after authentication middleware. So we're just going to select this, we're going to copy this, we're going to go all the way down. We've got authentication middleware, oops. And we're just going to paste the wrong thing in. I did not hit F1, thank you very much. All right. We don't need that in twice. We just need the Django OTP, the one-time password, OTP middleware. All right, so point to the new logins page, so settings.py, and then we'll have the login page. So I'm just gonna we will eventually clean up this whole entire file. So I'm just going to copy all of this. Now, let's see what we got for our all right. So we're still using the two-factor login, but we're overriding everything and stuff like that. I'm going to be fine with this. I'm also having a quick think to be like, all right, what if the user didn't want to implement two-factor, but then again, if, ooh. And thank you very much, Zalis8, for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. Anyway, what I'm going on about is if a person hasn't set up two-factor authentication, we kind of still want it there on the system. We want it implemented. There's really no sort of external configuration that a person needs to set up. So yeah, we'll have it go to the two-factor login stuff, and we're overriding that in there anyway. Cool. And then with this particular one, redirect. We're going to the dashboard. So that's pretty easy. All right, sorry, I'm getting distracted with the cube. And then we need to add the routes to your project URL configuration. And I do believe we want that at the NearBeach side of things. Yeah, we want that at NearBeach. So, the reason why we need it at NearBeach is that way I don't need to set this up on the Docker side of things either. It's just in one simple spot. So if we go into NearBeach, then again, we've got the... No, we've purposely kept these ones separate and stuff like that. These URLs will actually... In 032, we're actually deleting a lot of these URLs, and as you can see, there's a lot of URLs in here. What ID is this? This is PyCharm by JetBrains. Full disclosure, I actually get this for free because NearBeach is open sourced and they give licenses out to open source maintainers. So if you have a look at the pricing, special categories, we fall under not not-for-profit, we fall under the open source initiative. So yeah, or something. Oh yeah, licenses for open source development. If you're a developer of open source software, you can get JetBrains tools for free. So every single year we apply. Yeah. My recommendation with an IDE is use the one that you want to use and that you can actually work more efficiently in. So yeah. All right, where was I? I forgot, sorry. Yeah, we're going to edit the URLs. So with the URLs, we're going to scroll all the way up to the top. So we've got a path of the dashboard and stuff like that. What we need to do is, I'm just going to copy this because it's going to be 10 times easier to just copy and paste. Like so. We need to include the include. And we need to, from two-factor, we need to do something like that. All right. That should just work. We're not setting up the YubiKey setup. If we were going to support that, once again, we need to get our YubiKey and all that kind of stuff. So in this sort of case, we're going no. So I'm going to run debug mode. This might not run. Yeah, we need the phone numbers. That's fine. What we can do, we'll stop it. We'll go into here. We'll scroll all the way up to the top. We're going to use the light one. And pip install into our virtual environment. That one, easy done. And then when we run everything, it'll just build. Cool. And now, if we go into the login, oh, wrong page. Yeah, I don't have that one running. Now, at the moment, we've actually got our login page overriding this. So we've got to get the two-factor one working. And once we've got the two-factor one working, we've got to get our templates working within the two-factor one. Once we've got our templates working in the two-factor one, we can, yeah, start doing all the overrides and all that kind of fun stuff. So, yeah, let's get that started. I'm just going to close all tabs. We're just going to close all tabs. We're going to minimize everything, and we are only going to focus on one thing at the moment and getting the URLs to work. So, I'm also closing all the tabs on this one. We are having a look at the URLs. All right. So I didn't use the TF URLs. Or did I? So we've got two URLs. This is how I did it. Yeah, I didn't use the TF stuff. So going back here, we are going to open up our NearBeach. We're going to make some changes. We're going to revert some changes. So we're going to undo this. We're going to undo this. We can get rid of this. Like so. And then we've got path login, and then we've got two-factor login view. Now, at the moment, we've got an authentication view. I don't like having something named login view. I think authentication would be a lot better. It is handling logging out. I actually don't know if this is handling logging out. Let's actually find out. Let's go path log out. Two-factor as view name equals logout. All right, we're just doing a test. All right, something we didn't do last time. We're hitting debug mode. Oh, it won't run because that port is already in use. So we're going back here. We are just rerunning this. That should open up this. Disallowed host 8080. Allowed host. I thought we did allowed hosts. Where's my settings? just start and restart. All right, going back into this, we're going to hit refresh. All right, we're going to go log in. Actually, where are we logged in? You are not logged in. You are no login. Clearly. And we did something like that. Now I need to go to Mailtrap. Sorry, I gotta log in. Alright. Cool. Don't worry about the credentials on the page. This is my Mailtrap sort of thing. If you use them, it's just gonna come back here. Alright, so I can feel that. Alright, sweet. We did that last time as an override. So I need to go into views. We're going to comment this all out. Oops. Alright. So it's going to go back to the home view, no matter what. This should just work again. Yep. So username NearBeach, test 124. Sorry, this is a very testy project. It's held together with string. So just because we only need it to work and test for certain sort of cases. So we should be logged in. If we go to log out. Oh, auth login. All right. No, wrong one. NearBeach. Oh my god, stop. I don't even know how I got to that shortcut. All right, paste that token in. All right, hello world, user has been authenticated. Sweet, we've logged in. So I've just gone to the logout one. I'll go back here, hello world has been authenticated. All right, cool. So that hasn't worked how I wanted it. That's not a problem. It just means that I've got to modify the code slightly. So I'm gonna go into here. If I write def logout, if I write that, don't know if it'll work. This is just me testing it. So with logout as view, might not work. In which case, and thank you very much, xmem adove. Welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content, and we've got up to 930 followers. All right, we're getting close to 1,000. Okay, if I go log out, yeah, it doesn't hit that thing. All right. Let's double check in here. Hang on. Yeah, that's their thing. All right. This Django two-factor authentication lacks redirect URL, so instead of two-factor auth, it works after. All right, cool. I think we're just going to have to go with two-factor authentication at the start. Yeah. And then we'll have a logout view. Not the best solution. I was hoping that they would have had a call or something like that. All right. Where's the code? All right. Table of contents. No. All right. So I'm now sort of deciding how I want this to be set up with the views and stuff like that. So in our example, we just used two-factor underscore logout view or login view and stuff like that, which I kind of don't want to do. We can have, I mean, I don't mind adding in more views, because if we minimize everything, open up NearBeach, and then open up the views, you can see that we've got quite a lot of views in here. If I was to add in extra views to handle authentication, I would want a folder called authentication, and I'll start moving anything that's authentication into that particular folder. This will happen over the next couple of releases. Is we will be eventually moving quite a lot of these stuff into folders. The search we find, some things will be moving in, like the user stuff, maybe. Yeah, it's just to organize how many files are in here. So I think that might be the solution here, is we move stuff and then we just separate the stuff out, because we're dealing with a class and then we're also dealing with methods too. So I'm going to right hand click on here, we're going to go new folder, and we're going to type in authentication. And then we want to safely move this. So I think there's a refactor, move file. Authentication, and we go OK. Ooh, all right. That's definitely broken stuff. I can instantly see with the URLs right here. So what I want to do, from .views, .authentication, import authentication views. Now that's going to be one of the ones which is going to have multiple, so we're automatically going to do something like that. It's just so that everything will be in alphabetical order, easier to find. All right. So in authentication, I'm just going to find good news is we're only calling it in one spot. So in here, we've got the two-factor login view as view. I'm going to have up here login view. All right, we're going to have it like that. However, we're going to have a class login view. It's going to extend what it needs to do and all that. And we've just reached another ad brag. All right. How's everyone going? For those on YouTube, we run ad breaks on Twitch every half an hour. You guys don't get ads, don't worry about it. It's fine. That's just to stop people from getting pre-rolled ads, which suck. So you join your Twitch channel and you get an ad straight away and you're like, oh, this is boring. So yeah, we're getting rid of those. Great fun. So yeah. For the next like 90 seconds, you get to just look at me, talk to me, ask any questions and stuff like that, and I just chat, really, and solve the Rubik's Cube. So yeah, hopefully everyone's going well tonight. Yeah, we are just getting stuff done. Okay, let's do all of this. And, oh, we're almost all this. I don't know how long till the ads finish. They're probably finishing up, right? I have a feeling they're finished. There we go, all solved. Oh, no, they haven't finished. My internal clock was a little too fast. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you're going well. So yeah, we're just having a look at what we're naming things and so forth like that and making sure we do it correctly. So this ain't gonna work, so we're gonna remove it. We're still gonna have the logout. The logout will still work within NearBeach. Perfectly fine. It's just we're changing the login. So if we have a look at how we've set up these classes in the API, we've got the project, and then we've got this as a view set, because it's part of a view set. We're going to name it in a similar sort of function. So this will be login, followed by the type of class it is. Let's actually go into here. Let's go into this implementation. Now this is a login view. Oh, we can't have login view. Oh, that's just part of the view. All right. No, that's perfectly fine. Let's cause some mistakes. Let's go over here. Let's go to the top. Let's go from two-factor dot views import login view. Cool. And then we got view. And then, I hate when that happens, class, login view, and then let's just login view, yeah. Cool, I'm having a look at what we've done here. We're gonna get rid of the logout. Once again, we don't need it. Registry method registry, ooh. I don't know where we're using it. What we're going to do is we're just going to copy this. We're going to paste it in here like this. We're going to go up. We're just going to delete this. We're going to go down here. We're going to, you bloody bug. Sorry. Now this is complaining. Come on, let me click on it. All right. Two-factor login view. It was complaining. It's probably clashing with something, and I'm like, it's definitely clashing with something because we're pulling in something called login view. It's clashing with that. So, hey, two-factor login view. That's what we're dealing with. So, now, we've got to do this properly. So when we init it, we want to create the variable show the pane, but it won't be, there'll be a couple of issues. So we're going to have self dot show no group errors equals false. Self show reCAPTCHA errors equals false. So those are the two errors that we're gonna sort of hijack and stuff like that. That will make more sense a little bit later. If you watched last stream, we tried making an error pop up, and we were successful in the end. We're gonna do this custom error for both the reCAPTCHA failing and the users with no groups. So yeah. Alright, I've mucked up this. This goes there. Alright, cool. And then you just do this, and then you got the top, and then you do that because those two are the same, and then you do this, and then you do that. Cool, easy done. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again. We're hijacking done. We need auth in here. So from Django dot. Oh, where does auth stay again? Contrib. All right, sweet. A lot of this we're going to rewrite, so don't you worry. So when we're done, we can get the user. This whole entire section will be rewriting. Yeah. And when we get the form, do we need registry? I don't think we need registry, so I'm just going to delete registry. We're going to hit stop because this won't work at all. In fact, we're doing that for the moment. And the reason being is we're just getting this up and running, all this done sort of stuff. We've got the code, we know where the code goes. However, we just want to get the templates working first. We want the proper thing to show here. So what we need to do, we need to go over here. We've got the templates. I'm going to copy the templates. I'm going to go over into NearBeach. We're going to scroll all the way up to templates. We're going to right hand click and we're going to go paste inside templates. I'm going to add everything in. This is all for two-factor. Now the Twilio's stuff I don't think we're using. So I'm just going to delete them. The profile, I don't think we're using, so we're going to delete them. And then, yeah, we're going to go through all of this code and set it up correctly. Okay, so on the URLs page, we want to find the login. We're commenting that out. So much like the URLs over here, so /login, two-factor as view, and stuff like that, we're going to do that. So I need to go up to the top. I need to go down here. We're just going to do include, and then from. Oh. We need to do this. All right. So going back down here, we need to do two-factor as view. We need to do that. We then need to go name equals login. And that's the new view. So we'll eventually actually get rid of the authentication.login. That will no longer exist. Yeah. I'm going to hit the debug. All right. It didn't like it. So file, NearBeach, line 38. Sorry, I didn't realize there were errors in that. That's perfectly fine. This is why we just test. Stop and rerun. Because sometimes when you edit something in the URLs, it doesn't actually capture that. So, got that all done. We're going to jump over here. We should see this change now. Boom. All right. So it's changed. Now we've got to modify this to get back to the old template. So at the moment, this kind of works in the sense that, yeah, the credentials should just work and stuff like that. We won't set up, by default, we definitely won't set up credentials for the testing users and stuff like that. Definitely not, because we'll need, for example, end-to-end testing, we'll need access to those. Anyone developing could jump in and do all of that. We will have .env files to override a lot of this stuff, so yeah. But we definitely don't want two-factor for certain things yet. All right, cool. So let's close this. So let's close this. Let's move that over there. Let's move that one over there. We've got our login. Let's tackle our login. So we've got everything set up. I'm just going to close everything. I'm going to minimize everything. We're only going to focus on what we need to focus. I'm opening up NearBeach. I'm opening up NearBeach. I'm opening up the templates. We're opening up two-factor. And we're opening up the base HTML. So straight away, I want to see how we currently do it. So under NearBeach, we should have authentication and login. And why do we still have those links in there? All right, so essentially we can copy a lot of this and then shuffle it all around. So we need we need grab 60 lines. We're gonna jump over here. We're gonna paste them at the bottom. And we're going to sort of shuffle some of this stuff around. So webpack file with foundation, yep. All right, cool. So we definitely need, that's the webpack sort of stuff. Yep, that's with the login, minimum sort of JavaScript, which isn't that big. All right, notification header. So we'll need to move the notifications into their own thing. We also have password reset and all that kind of stuff too, but they have nothing to do with two-factor. I feel no, we'll need a specific login base. Okay, so all of that will be deleted. That will be deleted. This, we're going to delete it from here for the moment, but that will actually go there. All right, and then all of this will go under all of the content blocks and all that kind of stuff, which we require. That being said, I'm going to delete that and paste it there. Because we already have a login dialog up here. This will go up here. So yeah, we're just figuring out where things will go. And remember, we'll edit a lot of this. So the NearBeach login, that will go there. That doesn't need to be in any blocks. The error messages, we're going to comment them out. The form. That is definitely moving. So this form will go somewhere in here, the block content. All right, cool. Yeah, we don't need to async that. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. So I'm happy with all of this. It's the block content wrapper. I don't know what we're doing with this particular one. And hey, Taku, how are you going? I'm going good. I am implementing 2FA, so that's two-factor authentication. So when you log into a site and it asks you for a code, that usually gets sent to your email or your phone or something like that. That's what we're implementing. And currently, our login page looks kind of like this. All right, cool. So good news is, some of it looks good. So, yeah, we're just going to go through and make some changes to get it back to how it was looking. Yeah. What have you been up to? Now, I don't know if it hits this at all. So, we'll leave it in for the moment. We've got the wizard actions. We've got the wizard form. We've got the backup tokens. I don't think these are used. So I'm happy to delete it. We've got the one-time password required. I'm happy to delete that. We've got the phone register. I'm happy to delete that. We've got the setup and setup complete. I think these will probably be required later when we actually implement the admin side of things. So, for example, the user goes to their profile and sets up it through that sort of method, and I think that's where I'll be modifying those. And what I'll be doing is I'll be pointing them at the NearBeach master templates. So yeah, login's a bit different. So we've got our login. This is our login file. We've just got to modify this. So I'm just going to double check this still works. All right, this still works. That is the Opera House, by the way, if you're ever interested what the Opera House looks like up close. It's a bunch of tiles. And the tiles are slightly different. Okay, so it still works after we've deleted everything. I don't know... Don't know if this will do anything. Buttons. All right, so we are definitely using this. So yeah, this is the wizard. That's the form. All right. Just gonna hit refresh. Gonna inspect this. I don't like things being in tables. So table class. Yeah, I definitely don't like it being in tables. So I've got to edit this. So this extends that, the base. So we've got a container, class, row. All right, cool. So if we go into here, we've got this, forms, action, this, T, label, or it might not extend it. Oh yeah, we've got to fix that up. In a minute, that's fine. Ah, and there's the Opera House again. All right, we're getting all the Sydney pictures at the moment. For those streaming, I will flip this to the right side so you get to see that. All right, cool. How's that? All right, to the left. What I'm going to do, I'm going to comment that out. We definitely need it. All right. But I don't know where. It's there. All right. I'm going to delete most of that. Because we don't need it. Now, the thing is, we could potentially get rid of this because this is just extending something. Yeah. So if we hit reload, there it is, there. All right, content, end block, what? Yeah, just figuring this one out. Because what if I comment that out? We all know the login's going to disappear. Maybe it didn't. Am I crazy? Possibly. It didn't. Alright, so base focus I can get rid of. Hang on, if I get rid of that, it gets what? Alright, I might need it in. The wizard action is needed for these buttons, but we'll fix those up. So that's for the buttons. Load international. Okay, I don't like how this is set up. Give me a couple of seconds. Sorry, there's a specific way I have these laid out, like if they're like that. And like that. Alright. Cool. Because there's a lot of vertical space. And that one's fine. Alright, cool. So that will render perfectly fine. What we will probably do is stylize them. Because now that it's... I definitely don't want it in a table. But we've got two like buttons down there. If I go to test.NearBeach, demo. So you got to set up like this. And this is what we're going to do. And if I move that to the right, you'll see we've got the form. And inside the form, we've got a form group, form group, form group, and then we've got a button down at the bottom. And that works pretty well. Now, in this sort of case, we're going to actually have two buttons down there. Ah, I deleted instead of duplicated. Excuse me. Duplicate. So we'll have two. We'll add in a little bit of spacing. The spacing is going to be very, very easy to do. You can do something like margin right by 1 or something like that. And I'll just... like so. And perfect. That will be perfectly fine. That's the aim. Just wondering if that's a recent picture. 27. Yes, it is Thailand. Yep, alright. So, yeah. I just haven't seen that picture pop up as much. So, yeah. Alright, so that's how we want it to look. Okay. So, straight off the bat, we're getting the word login. That's not needed at all. So, base focus is needed, this content is not. It's because this extends that. If I get rid of that, if I hit refresh, everything just works still. We're like, alright, cool. This is down at the bottom. That's perfectly fine. This is needed, so this will be part of that. And then we've got the wizard forms. We don't need the login. Ah, ad break. Alright, welcome. Hopefully everyone's going well tonight. So yeah, it probably won't get this done tonight because it is 8:30. But I reckon we can get the styles done and start moving everything into place, and then Friday night it'll be a simple sort of thing to do, and then we can move back onto the API on Friday night, and then hopefully everything just falls into place. Yeah, hopefully this month we get a lot done. There's some bugs I want to actually get fixed and sorted, and yeah, hopefully Friday will be a deployment too, which is good. I do want to get back to the weekly deployments, or at least 2 deployments in a week, depending how many bugs we actually solve in a week. So yeah, cool. All right, we're about 20 seconds left. So I'm going to do this very, very quickly. All right, I am just wondering if we're actually back. I think we are. Welcome back, everyone. Assuming you're back. Sorry, I had to solve the queue very, very quickly. So, welcome back. So, we deleted that line. We're happy with that. I don't like it, because NearBeach is like this. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to comment it out for a minute. In fact, we're not doing... We're not doing that either. This then becomes if wizard.steps.current equals token, and then we're just doing a quick and if. Done. I'm going to hit refresh. There we go. Now we've still got a bloody table in there. I'm going to remove that table in a minute. We still have the form. In the testing one, we've got the login form as the ID. The action is for the... Yeah, we're going to actually do that. What do we have? Login form. Alright. Alright. Block main form content. And then if other devices or turn to use only authentication methods, our other devices challenge, or we're not. Where is that block starting? Alright, so we've got the wizard forms up here. Hit and submit button to enable the enter key. Alright, cool. If other devices... Alright, we're getting rid of that for the moment. If block.backup token We're getting rid of that. Oh, block main form content. All right, cool, yeah. Easy done. We're just going to do this. We're going to shift this up a little bit. We're going to do this. We're going to have this out perfectly fine. So, form ID, logo, lab post, block main form content. So, what we need to do is do something like this. So, people can see, all right, cool, this is in this sort of block and so forth like that. So, that should be almost there. So if we go back here, we're going to hit refresh. All right, this is looking a bit better. This is looking a little bit better. We're just pulling out all the bloat that we don't need. Easy done. Because once again, we're not using the UB key or anything like that. Not yet. We're happy to support it, but we got to buy all the things. So what we need to do is, that is extending the wizard forms.html. So that's actually doing this. And then we've got management form and wizard.form as table. I don't like that. And I think I know what's happening here. I think it's pulling that data and it's putting it in as a table, but we want it as a custom sort of thing. And then we've got the wizard management form. Copy that out. Yeah, that gets rid of all of that. Man, we are getting all the Sydney ones tonight. If I leave it like that. Oh. Alright, not quite. But this reminds me of something in this. So forms in Django, what you can do you can render them out as tables. But we don't want to do that. And the reason being is we want sort of more control over the rendering and stuff like that. All right. Let's open up GitHub. Django two-factor auth. Let's go into the Django two-factor auth. Under Django two-factor auth, we are overriding part of the views. Not the utilities. All right. Oh, sorry. Ooh. Just doing some magic here. Now, I haven't used Django forms on the front end in such a long time. Something is triggering my brain being like, yeah, with the forms, you can go as form or as table. And it does that magic for you. And lukewarm Skelly, how are you going? I'm doing good. We are implementing 2FA into NearBeach. We are just editing the templates at the moment. We are getting there. So if we have a look at this, we are getting there. So yeah, I just need to sort of edit the forms a little bit more, or figure this out properly. So yeah. Django forms. There we go, as table. So we've got form as table. We also have unsorted list. We also has as p and as div. So as div is by default. So output styles, here it is. The recommended approach for changing form output style is to set a custom form template either site-wide, per form, or per instance. See the reusable form template examples. The following helper functions provide a backwards capability. All right, cool. Yep. Reusable form templates. So yeah, we kind of need to do something like that. Yeah, all right. I would say yes to this without any problem or anything like that. Now, oh, sorry. I would definitely say yes to this, because it'll give me more control over the forms. This is the only place, though, that we actually used Django to render the forms. Everything else is VueJS. It's just the login page is pure Django. So with the div, we can definitely do that. All right, let's do this. Let's all right, the HTML output when rendering a form itself generated via template. You can control this by creating an appropriate template file and setting a custom form renderer to use that form template name site-wide. You can also customize per form by overriding the form's template name. Oh, we might actually do that. We might actually, I think that might be a better solution. Attribute to render the form using the custom template, or by passing the name directly into form.render. The example below will result in the form being rendered as the output form snippet.html template. In your template, you do in your template to let form. Oh yeah, so yeah, they'll be like that. In your form snippet.html, you would do something like this for field and form, and yeah, that's how we want to render it. That's perfect. You can now use the form configure, so custom form render, form renderer, its project settings, so the custom, yep. Or on a single form, template name form, oh, we don't have access to the form though. Or in the single render, context form, new in Django 5. Each field is a variable and trapped attribute of the form using form to this allows generic templates to be written and arrange field elements in the required layout. Oh, all right. Thing is, let's have a look at what's currently supported. 4.2 is support till next year, so we can't use that. The reason being is if someone is self-hosting and they're actually using Django 4.2 with NearBeach, we still want to support them for this. We don't want to cut them off. So that is one of the little problems. Oh, and that comes out next month. All right, cool. So 5.0 will disappear this month, in fact. That at the end of the year, which is fine. And then that will be that, and then that will be next year. All right, cool. We're always moving to the latest version of Django on our Docker. Okay, so I'm having a quick little think how I can probably tackle this. The other thing I could potentially do is I can see how they've set it up and sort of copy what they've done. That could be plausible. So if I go over and make sure they're our basic sort of still running. So local host 8080. And then we want to go login. Spelling it correctly would sort of help. So if we have a look at this, now we might not want to use we definitely don't want to use the tables. We definitely don't want to change this around or anything like that. I mean, it gives us the ability to modify that screen at the same time. I do kind of like how this is neat. And sorry, I am having new thoughts. Alright, hear me out, chat. Instead of molding this into the way where we're trying to keep a design that we've had for ages, we could potentially update this to a new design. Now, username, password. Alright, cool. We can... I don't mind this. Forgot to reply. Yeah, you good? Oh, that's great to hear. Going to start learning JavaScript today. Good luck. We recommend Free Code Camp. However, you can always open up your console on any web page and just play around with it. So, seeing how it actually works. Excited to begin a new project. Also, beginning a new project definitely helps. Recently finished a project in Go to extract system performance to write it to a text file. Oh, nice. We'll import that data into a DB in the future. Nice. So, yeah. Good luck. Hopefully your project goes well, and yeah, that's awesome news. All right, I'm gonna bump that off to the right again. So, I'm changing my mind. The NearBeach login, it's quite large. I could easily shrink that. Now, having a look at this login dialog, I could also get it so it sits, everything sits in the center, so we can always use display flex, line in column. Justify, no, sorry, I've just, a display direction. No, flex direction. There it go. Sorry, I had a little moment then. So we could easily do something like that. We can also give it a max width and stuff like that. It just needs to sit there somewhere on the page. Now, the other thing I like is the inputs were a little bit larger on the last one compared to these, but I might drop the label size down a bit too. And definitely the line height too. Definitely get rid of the text shadows. Actually, no, keep it. Oh. So I'm just playing around with this. All right, that outline doesn't work. Those buttons still work perfectly fine. These, it's just these boxes. I'm not, yeah. Actually, let's have a look. Sorry, I should move this to the left so you guys can actually see me edit all of this. I'll put this in mobile view and I'll bump this over. Actually, I don't need it in mobile view. I'll do that so you guys can actually see me make the changes. I'm just double checking on my feed. That looks good. Yep. We are zoomed in at 150%. So what we could potentially do with this is we could so we want to add an input. We want to do see, I kind of like the space that that one gives. So we want the height to be, let's say, 10 pixels. All right. And then the padding is going to be, let's say, 2 pixels. So when someone types in here, or maybe a little bit more, three pixels. These are rounded. It's fine like that. And then with the buttons, So I think that should be fine, having it like that. And then on mobile phone, yeah, I have to play around with it. And I think I'll have to strip Bootstrap out of the login page and actually handle everything myself, which won't be that hard. In fact, let's do that. So going in here, we're kind of happy with this so far. We're going to open up our source, our JavaScript, close our JavaScript because we're being silly. We're going to open up our login. And essentially, we're just going to comment all of this out. In fact, carousel inner. I'm not using the carousel. Oh, it's just, yeah. Is it using the alert functions with? Sorry, I'm just having a quick think. Because at the same time, we kind of want to create the alerts and not. The alerts are specifically used. Also got a login alert. Alright, we'll leave these in for the moment and we can expand this. So this, we need to actually run npm run watch. Sorry, this is going to take a little while to compile. Sorry, my shoulder's a bit sore at the moment. I'm just stretching it. All right, so that's compiled. We're going to hit refresh. So a lot of this fell on default sort of stuff. I don't think we're using any Bootstrap. Let's hit refresh in here. So we've got the login. We've got the response. Yeah, that's just the page itself. Then we've got the login min script cache. Nothing. Hang on a minute. Sorry, something's these buttons. All right, so let's go back to here. I'm going to go back to the login one. We're going to have nothing. This, in theory, should compile in nothing. We shouldn't have any, there we go. We shouldn't have any stuff in this whatsoever. And we've got an ad break. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly add stuff back in. All right. So I'm going to do this. There we go. There's a cube solved. I'm going to have a think. So, let's start looking at the CSS for the login screen and slowly import it into that master file. Let's get the image. Yeah, let's get the background image back into place. That's pretty easy to do. And then let's start working on a mobile platform first. And then doing a tablet and then doing a desktop. Yeah. All right. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and welcome back, everyone. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is we've got the login CSS. We're going to work at one component at a time. We're going to get it back in, and at the same time make it look how we want it to look. So I've got the login SAS. I'm going to put it onto the side, and we are using that for reference. So straight off the bat, we want body, we do want a margin of 0, and we want a padding of 0. Easy done. We're happy with that. We're not going to worry about anything else yet, because the next thing we want to worry about is this class here. I'm going to get rid of the col stuff, so we're going to go into, so in the base, we're going to get rid of all of this, and we're going to have login dialog. And then I'll move everything around and ruin this, and people are screaming and be like, no. So login dialog. All right, we want max width, and we're going to cheat. We're actually going to look up the max width of the iPhone 6. All right. So we're going to paste that in, max width in there, and we're going to go pixels. Now, if we move up to tablet and stuff like that, what we can actually do is start expanding the text and so forth like that. But first, we're going to focus on mobile phone. We can use the at medium min width sort of stuff, which we got off to the right. So we've done that. We should refresh. I'm going to put this to the right. As you can see, the div class background we need the body to have the height being 100%. Now, CSS view height. That's a special view height. So on the Apple iPhones and stuff like that, you get the little bar that pops up at the bottom, and that changes the view height and it causes some issues. So we need view height, view width, view min, view v max. There is a new one for iPhone, and I have a feeling I can look it up because we actually got it in the code. DVH. We need it at DVH. So going back to this, we've got that. We've got 100 DVH, and then the background will be height 100% and the width 100%. Now, I don't know why there's a gap at the top. What? Oh, why do I have a gap at the top? Alright, no, and then we've got background. That will be width 100%, height 100%. The login dialog will actually be in there because it's part of the, it falls within that div element. So there's that. So we're just waiting a couple of seconds. All right. Why? I don't know if this is a glitch on Firefox or not, so we're just going to try Chrome for a minute. All right. It's nothing's on that page. If I go to base, and we've got the body. I'm going to get rid of all of this for the moment because we don't need it. We've got that. I mean, in reality, that could be knocked in. Yeah, even if I delete that. Weird. All right, hang on. CSS. Body has gap at top of screen. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, it's got that. Yep. Probably have an element with margin top as one of the first children of the body. All right, so let's get rid of it then. Let's so what we want to do is we just want to comment all of these out. So that's perfectly fine. We're going to hit save. We're going to go back and we're going to hit refresh. All right. Then what we want to do is we want to include the background. Sweet. All right. Login dialog. Okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. We're just doing that. Okay. We'll change these alerts. Ah, it's the header. All right. Cool. We found it. Ah, whoops. So the heading itself has a margin top. And we just got to do that. All right. Not a problem. We can do this. So what we want to do is we want to jump into here. That's part of the login dialog. So login dialog, that will be like that. And then we've got the header one, and then we've got the margin. We're going to set that as 0 at the start. We'll modify it. It's just to get this to work. So we're going to hit refresh. Everything comes back in. We've got the login and stuff like that. Now, what fonts can we use? So if I go into not computed, that's NATO serif. Ugh. Oh, no, browse fonts. I don't think we've got Helvetica. Perfect. All right, sweet. So what we want to do is we want to start putting things back in. And now I don't know why these, just going to click on font, line height, spacing normal, size, these are also bold. So what I want to do, I want to move the fonts up there. Actually, I'll put this in alphabetical order to make everyone's life easier. So, we've got the fonts. I like that. Now, we need the padding in here. Now, I'm not worried about the padding up the top. And Nocturnal, how are you? I'm going to do this and about 5 pixels to play around with at the start. So yeah, we'll put this centered. And yeah, we'll play around with the size because I kind of want the fonts to fit in there. You're all right? Ah, yeah, well, I can't complain either. Just working on implementing the two-factor. So yeah, just doing that right now. I think 7 pixels is a little bit better. All right, cool. So one other thing we wanted to do is with the div, we want this to be display flex, justify content, center, align, not align content, align something, align items, center. So yeah, that way it's sitting bang smack in the middle. We did used to have it off to the side, and if you noticed the earlier images of NearBeach, I kind of added dead zones to the right hand side of those images, so the login would fit in there, and then you have the subject and stuff like that, but we changed that. I do need to go back to those images and redo them. I just have new images. So we want display flex. What we had, justify content. Align item. Yep, align item center. And that should fit everything in there. Now, the login dialog. I think we want this as width. And we fit everything in there. Oh, I forgot to do things. It's flex direction. There we go. All right, perfect. So everything lines up now. So yeah, we do want the NearBeach login because remember on this particular screen it's that big, but it's got to be about this big. So we definitely want to enlarge all of that. Now, why haven't I put that in the right spot? Alright, cool. You're back? Alright. Hiding in the Unity library, fair enough. Yeah, we're just, we're now decided to change the, instead of getting it to match exactly how we had it, we're going to actually just update how it looks. I think that's the better sort of solution going forward. That way also this page we can get to load in just a couple of kilobytes because we won't be needing any of the Webpack, Bootstrap sort of stuff. And that, and also it's a very simple form. We can just stylize those things that are there very easily. So going with this, we've done that. We've got the login page. I want to pick a proper font size, so we're just going to go font size. Actually, no, let's do CSS font with background behind. So we're just having a look, you know, what people have done. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. HTML. CSS. Yeah, that's a lot of mix mode, blend, eh? Oh, I don't think that will work straight away, but let's just try it. I went from cold to warm, and I just checked the temperature, and it's 12 degrees Celsius outside. Ooh, that is cold. I will definitely say that is definitely cold. That's me putting on a jumper and maybe thinking about pants. You know, it's getting cold when I think about pants. I'm going to say no to what I'm trying here. I'm going to outright say no. I mean, we tried. Overlay, yada yada yada. The white, cookie, cursive, center, mix load, difference. What was the top one? Yeah. kind of like, that's just white font, cookie cursive, text align center, mix blow, blend mode difference. Shorts and t-shirt weather, that is. For England, it's semi-warm. All right. Remember, I live in Australia. In March, we had a lot of 30 degrees Celsius days. All right. That's in March, our autumn. Last year, we got down to 0 degrees Celsius in Melbourne, and we were like, "Ooh, this is really cold." But yeah, we barely get under 10. Might be better to a dark square with some opacity. Yeah, that's a... Hang on, I'll just refresh. So when you're saying a dark square, I'm assuming background color. We want RGBA, so let's go 0, 0, 0, and then let's say 0.5. And then color white. I mean, that would work really well. And we're going to fill up that whole entire thing. So yeah, let's do that. I know I messed up and should have got shorts on, but I'm not about to go home to change since it's probably going to get colder since I plan to leave around 4-ish. Fair enough. At 30 you're in a puddle. Fair enough. Depends on the humidity for me. If it's really dry humidity, everything just, the sweat just disappears. But if it was like Japan, it looks like I've just come out of a swimming pool wearing my clothes. So yes, it was quite disgusting over there. I ended up carrying a spare shirt and some wipes. So they sold wipes over there, like the sweat wipes. So you wipe them on yourself and they've got menthol or something on them. To help with the BO and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, they got carried around a lot. So with the background, we're fine with the background. Sorry, this one, we need background color to be RGBA. So we're going to go 0, 0, 0, and I'm going to go 0.65. We'll play around with it. All right, yeah. And then what we want to do, color is just going to be white. Okay, we're happy with that. Oh, and in fact, because it'll inherit the attributes. So there you go. So that's looking a lot better. If we hit refresh on a couple of them, we've got some light, we've got some dark, that works perfectly fine. I'm going to say that is perfect. Now the next thing we want to do is the font size. So I just want to go font size. I'm just going to go 45 pixels at the moment. So 50 pixels. Yep, all right, cool. We could change this. There's going to be a lot of tweaking. I'm not the best at UI design at all, so feel free to say, hey, do this or do that. I do think we need a padding top in here. So in the login dialog, I'm actually going to go 10 pixels. And if we hit refresh, we've got some padding, which is nice. Now with the H1, I'm thinking also we might add some padding bottom. There we go. That's just to separate the stuff at the bottom. Now, the usernames down here, I definitely want to increase that. So at the moment, that's font size 16. We definitely want to do 22. So up here, we want to put 22 pixels. These will inherit that. Now, we also want to edit the buttons and all that kind of stuff. We're also going to have these inputs. So I'm just going to go input and hope for the best. Background color is hot pink. Sorry, excuse me, this is just a test. And if I remember, that should work. So if I do background, yeah, that should work. So if we hit refresh, cool, hot pink. We also want to get rid of the borders and all that kind of stuff. But first what we want is font size, it's 22 pixels. So we still want that to be rather large. We also want the border yeah, we could do none. We also need padding. Now in NearBeach, it's white, but when we click on it, we do have a border. All right, and we kind of want to do that border. So when it's on focus, we want this sort of border being around it, being like, this is the field you've currently clicked on. That's just to help the user. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just at the moment, I'm going to pick an RGB, but I want to pick actually. So the slate gray is like that. We had the font size as 22 pixels. We had padding, I'm going to say, going to be, let's say 3 pixels for the moment. We can increase this. So if we do this, all of that would pop up. So it will still look like that. I hate the border. So I'm going to I'm getting rid of the border. Because it puts something in there already, and I hate that too. I hate that orange thing. I'm going to border radius. Oh, ad break. All right, ad time. This is probably our second last ad break. For those on YouTube, we run ads every half an hour on Twitch, so people who join the channel on Twitch don't get ads straight away. They're called pre-rolled ads, or whatever they're called. I keep forgetting. I forget. But you on YouTube, don't need to worry. So yeah, usually we just sit here and solve stuff and talk about stuff. So yeah, with the input, that's the one thing I just don't like. And we might look up a couple of nice text inputs and see what other people have done. We're not going to do something overly complicated. This doesn't deserve overcomplication because it's just a login form. So yeah, we'll just Google some designs. See what other people have done. Which is probably why I use the Bootstrap sort of stuff, because it's like, hey, Bootstrap, they've got the design down pat and stuff like that. However, one day we might decide to remove Bootstrap, but I don't see that at the moment. So don't worry, because yeah, our themes rely on it. How are we with the 7 seconds? All right, can I do this in time? Done. All right, and I did it. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, free rolls. All right, cool. I got the word right. So we are going to close a couple of these because we've gone through. We're quite happy with what we're doing. Yeah, we've done that. So CSS, HTML input. Designs. Once again, we just don't need something overly complicated. This looks nice. So we are there's got to be a quick way to format the file. I'll just Alright. That should compile. We should be happy with... That's looking a lot better. But we're going to tweak it a little bit because once again, we've got big text and stuff like that. And remember, this looks big at the moment, but we've got to remember this is on mobile phones. It's got to take up this whole screen. If you have a look at your mobile phone right now and you take a third off it, you don't want the form to be that big. So, yeah, we're going to increase that size, and this is probably why we did it as divs. And we can still do it as divs. Because, yeah, these look bold. Are they bold? They shouldn't be bold. Yeah, I don't have the table in there, so what I'm going to do is I am going to do this and do wizard.form as div. Like so. I just want to see the difference. So this is good. So I can make them pop in like that, not a problem. Login CSS. All right, cool. We've got this border radius, border. We've got all this light gray. I am going to double check that this is working with background color, hot pink. And thank you, Into Where for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are enjoying my content. All right, as you see, hot pink ain't going in there, so we need to sort of fix this up. So my guess is we've got the login dialog. We've then got the form ID, so the form. So we've got the login dialog. We've then got the form. And then in the form, we've got the div element. So I'm just going to go put div, and then ignore all of that. I put the full stop on the input. There we go. So these are huge. Way too big. But that's perfectly fine. What we can do is we can minimize the height straight away. I'm going to get rid of the max width. I think. Oh, that's going off the thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's going off the thing. All right. We can always do that. Yeah, I think we cheated enough. All right, cool. I am going to copy all of that with the wrong command. I'm going to go into here. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to go like that. I'm just going to paste it in. I am then just going to do this and do it like that. Boom. We are getting rid of the background color. The outline. All right, cool. We're going to put these in like that. And then we're going to hit refresh. Okay, so when someone clicks on this. Okay, cool. And then when it fills out, it does all of that. Now, it doesn't have the outline when someone's actually activated it or something like that. So, solid gray, I am going to place hot pink. The hover, hot pink. We're going to change this, of course. We use hot pink as a joke here. But it's really good to actually see, oh, there's hot pink. Boom, we know it's working. Now on mobile phone that doesn't work, so I need to get out of this mode. Alright, cool. So we want to pick a blue. I like sky blue. And then I'm going to use a darker blue when we're clicked in. Or dark blue doesn't work. Deep sky blue. Yep, that works. And then we're... Alright, cool. Now, this is in one little div. What we'll actually do is we'll format these divs so each one of these has a new line and all that kind of stuff, and we'll figure out everything in there. So, what I want to do is I want to go form div, and then I want to have margin bottom. I'm going to go 7 pixels for the moment. I'm just going to hit refresh. Boom. You can see it actually do that. And then the next thing I want to do, so if I click on this div, we've got this particular div. I want to go display flex. I want to go flex direction is columns. And that's how I want to handle that. That is perfect. I then want to click on this input. I want it to actually get rid of this max width. And what I want to do is I want to do calc 100% minus the padding times 2. So that would be 18 pixels. I can't tell with that particular image. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go display flex, flex direction column. I then want to undo this. I then want to undo this, but I want to put in width is calc 100% minus 18 pixels. And that looks pretty centered. I also like the size of the font for that. That was just a general fluke. I like the buttons. They're going to be big enough. People can clearly type in there and stuff like that. All right, sweet. The next thing we got to do, and I think the Helvetica font here is good enough. We're not going to make the user import a font and all that kind of stuff on here. I mean, we could potentially do that so that way, because we can shove a font on the CSS, on our, CDN. But yeah, it's just one extra thing to load, all that kind of stuff. We want this page to be as small as possible. Now, the image is going to be big. We understand that. So, Firefox is doing that silly thing again where it caches stuff when you say disable cache. All right. So the next thing to do is with these particular buttons, I'm getting rid of that. There's another table in here that has the two-factor stuff. We need to edit that and hide it. I need to just find it in the code, but first let's deal with these buttons. So they're at the bottom. They're the input submit is hidden. We've got button. Back. That's just a button class button, and then we've got button primary. So yeah, let's just play around with one of them. So what I want to do is I want to create button. I want to do with 50%. Padding won't mind left or right because it'll center everything. But if we do 10 pixels or not way too big, I think 6 pixels will be good. All right. So background color white, border, we want a solid 3 pixel black. No, not black. These colors are great fun to work with. Let's want to find a good outline. Now, in this sort of case, what they've got is... Oh, I hate that. They got background, none. And then font weight is going to be bold. Well, one thing I could potentially have a look at is font weight. Oh, this one doesn't have a thin. All right, no, not a problem. We're definitely not doing bold. I hit escape. Thank you very much. If we have a look at the buttons, I kind of like how they're done in Bootstrap. So I'm just going to say border. Border width is 1 pixel, and we've got a particular color. All right, cool. I want the values, thank you. Oh my God. So we've got the border radius, let's say 12. All right, let's go in here. Oh, the height. Yeah, we decided the height was nice. The padding was nice. The border radius is 12 pixels. Yeah, all right, cool. And then let's do .btn. Okay, background is none. Border radius is 12 pixels. And then what we need is border is going to be a 1 pixel solid. And then we're going to pick a slate gray or... And then we've got to pick the font size. Now, we're going to inherit the font size up here, so 22 pixels. We definitely need padding and width. So 50%. Okay. So top bottom, let's go 7 pixels, and then 0. Now you can't see that, and I understand that. So I'm just having a quick gander at this. So I don't like that. And if we have a look in here, I'm going to do background. And thank you very much for the follow, Monroe. Welcome, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my content. So yeah, we are just playing around with this. I don't like the design at all. But we're also focusing way too much time on fiddling around with this when we should be sort of testing it out too. So if I type in admin and go next, we don't have that sort of stuff added in there. All right, cool. We'll play around with it a lot more. Cheers. Thank you very much, Monroe. So yeah, welcome. We figure things out and yeah, we get there eventually. All right. So what I want to do is I want to do a couple of things. I want to get those buttons fixed up. So I'm going to go to the base. It's not part of the base. It's not part of the base focus. It's down here with the buttons. So if cancel URL, translate cancel, float button, right button. Yeah, I don't think we're using that functionality, so I'm gonna step away. If with preview, else that. All right, cool. So what we're going to do in here is we're going to have a div class buttons. All right, we're going to bump all of this up in here like that. With the login, we're going to have something like this. We're going to, now that's 72, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do that. Actually, we're going to do that. Oh, sorry, I misclicked. Or typed, I should say. So we're going to have display is still going to be flex. Flex direction is actually going to be in a row. Down here, we're actually going to comment out the width. We're going to come back to that. So I'm going to reload. These should be next to each other like that. And then what we kind of want to do is there is a sort of, what is it? It's like flex, justify content space between, which is what we want. So up here, we want justify content, space between, easy done. With the size itself, we are probably gonna set them to a particular size. So buttons. Oh, wrong one. I was meant to click that one. think 120. All right, easy done. 120 pixels. Okay. Okay, in this sort of case, we've got the background. That one's disabled. That one's enabled. With the primary one, you got btn, and then what we want is dot btn primary. In here, we actually want to go background. All right, hang on. This one actually should be background color. Because we're specifying exactly what it is. This one, we're going to use this color. I'm going to grab this. Instead of light coral, I'm going to use deep sky blue. And then we're going to realize that we're going to need to go to here, btn primary. Yeah, I did that right. I might not be getting to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I might need to. Sorry, I think it needs to belong out here. There you go. Those colors will have to do for now. So, what we'll do is in the future, we'll get some feedback with those particular colors. We do need a margin top for this particular the buttons, so I'm going to go. Margin top, we're going to do another 7 pixels. Just really separate the buttons from there. 15 pixels. So yeah, so the login page is coming along slowly. We could add in a little bit more padding and stuff, but at the moment I'm going to leave it like that. We need to test the next screen, which means we need to go over here. We need to comment this out. We need to go Python 3 manage migrate. So that's going to migrate all of our one-time password and two-factor stuff in. Oh, I didn't realize how late it was. All right, I want to continue. Okay, so we're going to refresh. We're just going to put it in the admin. We're just going to go next. Boom. It goes into here. That is perfectly fine. That is working how we want it to. However, I want to create a user for two-factor. We're going to log out. I shouldn't have logged out because I don't know how to add this in properly. Not a problem. Not a problem. Because we're overridden the class. What I need to do is go two-factor setup. And we've reached some more ads. So this is going to be the last ad break for this evening. Yeah. We'll wrap up very, very soon. We just want to get the two-factor authentication done and dusted. Yeah. at least get the layout done tonight. We will definitely be asking around, being like, hey, can someone make some recommendations on this? Yeah, just mainly for the login screen. It's not looking so crash. That's just, I suck at design. Let's just say that. I really do suck at design. Alright, how's my cubing going? It is, I nearly dropped it. Alright, done. We're at 24, alright. This is... Okay, cool. I'm just gonna wait for that to come back. 1 second. All right, welcome back, everyone. We are almost done. We've just got to get the two-factor setup done, and because we've done it this way, I don't think any. They should have carried a lot of these across, so it should be the login page. But then it's account login. Do we have two-factor? All right, what I'm going to do as a temporary sort of thing is we're going to open up the URLs. We're going to go all the way up here. We're going to go URLs. We are going to use the include. We are going to... We've done this a couple of times tonight. Don't want it like that. We want to go into our documentation and we want to do setup. Yep. All right, cool. Thank you very much, Monroe. So yeah, greatly appreciated. Have fun. All right, URL patterns. Where are you? That's YubiKey. Here we go. So we just need this in there. So if we go into here, we just go boom, like this. My God, this. Sometimes I hit escape and it does random stuff like that. I'll need to get better. I'll need to get better at the Vim bindings. So I'm just going to include those there at the moment. In fact, I'm just going to do that. Actually, no, I'm going to do that. So it comes back. We're fine with that. So I'm just going to go two-factor. So it is account. Yep. All right. Sweet. So if I do that, I then go account two-factor setup. I need to get rid of that space. There we go. And wow. All right. It's taking the login page like this. That is perfectly fine. What we'll end up doing is we'll come in and rename everything and set it all up correctly like that. Kind of cool. Now we're in as the admin user, so I'm gonna set up this user correctly first. So if we go into users, we've got the two-factor. What we want to actually do is give them, let's say, the QA team. No. Add and edit. So now they can log in. So if we log out, log in as two-factor. We're not bothering saving. Then we want to go to this. And remember, when we set this up, we'll be overriding a lot of this. because we only really need to direct them at the proper URLs and stuff like that. I'll figure it out. So, what we need to do is we need to go next. I mean, part of me is saying the buttons look terrible, but at the same time, I don't hate them. We need email. And then we need to go over here. Now I've got em file to override the emails and all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, so we definitely won't set it up so it looks like this. All right, we'll set it up so it looks NearBeachian. Okay, cool. And this is all the two-factor stuff, and then you can go show codes, and then you can go back to security. I think we can override a lot of this, and we just need to make sure the URLs point. I mean, we can use the account two-factor. Not gonna lie, that will work. Yeah. Alright, we've got the two-factor in there. What we want to do is we want to log out. We're logged out now. And now we go two-factor, and then we type in our password. I'm just hitting next. It's going to send the email. It wants the token. Alright, this screen looks nice. The back looks okay. So if we go back, we're like, alright, cool, we're back at this page. And then we want to go, not test, we want to go two-factor. We're not bothering saving that. Then we go here, we'll have a couple of tokens come through. I'm liking that process. Okay. We've got the initial two-factor authentication in the system. So what we need to do now is we need to go, so for example, profile information will come into here. Well, we'll need to actually have a two-factor set up down here. We go to the account. Yeah, alright, so show codes, generate tokens. Alright, cool. I will have to figure out how all of this will sit and whether I can override the account URL, because what I want is profile information and then probably the two-factor. Yeah, I think that will be a better solution, and I just got to figure out how to do all of that. I think it'll just be doing as a class override. We won't be changing, apart from the templates, we'll be definitely changing the templates, don't you worry. We'll have them in the form of cards on the page, much like how we do with all the other information on NearBeach. That will render out perfectly fine. Then, once that's done, we are pretty much done. The login works perfectly fine and stuff like that. I'll need to test on mobile phone and iPad, but on desktop it looks fine. Yeah. Okay, so the initial part of this is all done. Oh, and I need to do all the overrides and stuff like that too, because at the moment the user will be able to log in without any of the override stuff. So what I want to do is I want to go into here. I am just going to close all tabs. I'm just going to close all tabs. We are going to open up we're going to minimize everything. We're going to open up the NearBeach. We're going to open up the views, we're going to open up the authentication and the login views. We're going to go up to the top. What we're going to write down is simple to do. And we are going to add in the done section. To do, add in the errors. To do, add in the profile information to factor URLs. To do fix the templates for the profile information to factor. So we've still got a bit to do. So yeah, I wasn't surprised we didn't finish this tonight, but we got far. We actually got somewhere, and we hit a hurdle which we didn't realize we were going to hit, and well, we solved it now. Yeah, I think this is a good spot to stop tonight. All right, so I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this. We are going to stop this. We're going to go git status. All right, we need to remove static. Git status. We're going to git add, git commit, and we're going to put in initial setup for the two-factor authentication to FA. We're going to git push. I know we're going to do the set origin. Alright, I mucked that up. Git push set upstream origin feature to FA. There we go. Haven't quite memorized that yet. It's been many years and I haven't. So yeah. You love the library? Well, fair enough. Or are you talking about the library? As in programming library? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to call it there tonight. It is 10 past 10. I am tossing up whether or not I'm cycling into work tomorrow. I am exhausted at the moment. Now, we know who we want to raid. It is Togglebit. All right. Okay, let's turn off the music. Let's bump over here so you guys can hear him. It looks like he's making a game engine. Oh, wow. In frustration. Yep. Gotta love that language, frustration. Yeah, cool. I can't think of any witty thing to say. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone, for coming tonight. It looks like, yes, we can potentially get two-factor out this week. If not, it'll be by Monday. I'm quite happy, so yeah, been pretty excited. That's one of the big things on here. Then we can start looking at GDPR, and we can also then look at re-implementing story points along with the API and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone, and I do hope you enjoyed Togglebit's stream. And those on YouTube, thank you very much for staying around. Sadly, you won't be able to join our raid because that's a Twitch feature and stuff like that. But I do hope to see you guys next time. So yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.